Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to a beautiful day in Houston, Texas. Well, I just got done with work, so I want to go ahead and start vlogging a little bit. I'm actually a little excited. I'm always excited actually when I vlog, so this is always a great thing. But there is a fourth car actually in the channel. Here it is. I'm not going to do any type of crazy montage just because it requires a lot of editing. I don't have time for, so sorry guys. But yeah, GR Corolla Circuit Edition Blue Flame. It looked super special edition when it came out. You know, not as special edition of course as the Marizo, but definitely special edition ish. And you know, I'll explain to that later why. Oh, yeah, I need to turn that beep down. I turned it up. But anyways, here's the interior. It is pretty nice. I'm actually surprised with all the technology this car comes with. It's so much more technically advanced than the RCF. Not as powerful, of course, and not as luxurious. And of course, oof, you know, beautiful car, isn't it? Oh my gosh, it's just, I don't know what else to say. Only have 40 miles on it, you know, but definitely a very cool car. But yeah, this engine is freaking tiny, man. So small compared to the RCF. It's actually about the same size as the WRX. Obviously, I mean, it's just one cylinder less. And also, an interesting thing about this is they put I think the Corollas are like this too. That's my guess. I really don't know, but the timing belt is actually on the side of the car, not on the front. So that definitely, you know, makes everything a little bit shorter. Whereas, you know, this one, the timing belt's in the front. The serpentine belt, I'm sorry, not timing belt, the serpentine belt is in the front. So it has to make it wider. But anyways, I don't really know too much about this car. It's definitely a lot different. So the dynamics are different for these cars. So another car to learn a lot from. And, you know, we'll continue to work on this car. I have a ton of mods for this car. I already bought pretty much everything. Basically because the Japanese yen, the dollar yen trading ratio right now is just crazy. Even like during Tokyo Auto Salon, the savings were even more because the websites, they gave coupons out to celebrate Tokyo Auto Salon. There were a lot of mods I was like, I'm just not gonna do them because it just was way too expensive. But then when the foreign exchange rate came out, I was just like blown away. So I bought pretty much everything I could for the GR Corolla. It's going to be very similar to the WRX, so it's going to have very, very track-like focus modifications. So stay tuned. If you guys are new to the channel, probably it's because of the GR Corolla. You know, so welcome to my channel. You know, we do an OEM plus style of modification. You know, this is the first Toyota I have. You know, I've got Lexus people on my channel, and I've got, you know, Subaru people on my channel. So welcome Toyota GR Corolla owners. I hope you stick with me, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you enjoy the content that I put on. I try to do everything, you know, in my garage with my two hands. And of course, I got a friend that always helps me every once in a while. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the first mods, which are super easy. For today, I did want to finish up, I guess, the maintenance vlog, just kind of like the general steps I take with every car. I always like to replace as many of the incandescent wedge balls with LEDs. It only has two incandescent wedge balls that need to be replaced. Everything else is actually LED. I don't know why. I guess this is great, but I guess it's just their way of saving money. But also, I want to put in the blind spot mirrors. Always think this is a great thing to have in addition to the BSM, the blind spot monitors. And of course, here's the plate. Something really cool about this, and I'll go ahead and give a shout out to the guy below, is, you know, this is one of the mods he did. He did a silicone plate cover. And when I saw this, I thought it was a great idea. So I went ahead and did this too. Obviously, you know, it's just such a clean way of putting your plate on so it doesn't touch the body of the car. And then, of course, the RCF, if I have time, I'll do it today too. I think I'll try to since I'll have the tools already out. But I want to do the battery terminal protectors for both cars. I'm not sure if I can do it for the cars just because they have the factory batteries on. The factory batteries are a little bit different than your standard Costco batteries, which I usually like to get. And of course, I'm going to spray them with battery terminal protector. This stuff is red, and I don't know, it seems to work so far. This is kind of like my little workstation. One thing I did want to show you guys is there is a spare tire mod I'm going to do for the RCF. It's actually surprisingly all factory. We'll get into details of that later when I do take care of that. And then I think I'm going to do this today too if I have time. This is the side sill protectors for the car. Also, I got these as well. These are the rear spats, I guess rear side skirts, carbon for the RCF. I'm not going to do that today, but I just got these back too. I got these PP'd F at the same time as the new car, and they actually hooked me up. They just did it for free, so I really appreciate these guys, taking care of me. And then WRX, I believe this weekend, it's possible I will put the car up on jack stands this weekend, and so that I can prepare for the big three. So I might take it out for a nice long drive. It's probably going to be up for a while, based on what I imagine. And then of course, I should have a spare tire mod also for the new car. It's factory-ish, you guys will see that about that. And then of course, these are all Lexus RCF parts. We'll talk about that later. No big deal. But anyways, let's get to the garage. All right, guys, well, I kind of stopped what I was doing after I took a better look at the battery, and this thing is pretty crazy, man. Like, it has this huge positive connection. I mean, it's just real intricate. I see the power wires going from it. I see two huge ones. And then the negative terminal is even more interesting. I don't understand. This must be some type of voltage reader. Looks pretty sophisticated for a battery. And then there's like this rubber, looks like a liquid discharge tube. I don't really know. I'm guessing it is for the in case there's an overflow, it'll just go in here and then it'll exit out, wherever this goes to. I'm guessing it's somewhere under the car. I'm pretty sure I'll find out soon enough when I look under there, when I'm doing my work on this car. I don't see anything yet, but I'm pretty sure it just discharges out. I just noticed this is pretty cool. There is a strut bar right here. They already put a strut bar on the top and the rear. I bet you Cusco or whoever made a good replacement for that. But I didn't know that they had this one in already. I thought only the Marizo edition had this. Anyways, I'm gonna put this cover back. I'm going to leave this battery alone. I don't even want to touch it until I know more about what's going on with this battery. They might have corrosion protection mechanisms already in there and all this other stuff, so I'm just going to leave it, do a little research, and then I'll get back to you on that. But I did want to show you what I have done so far. I did put the blind spot monitor in, just clean the mirror with a little bit of alcohol water solution and dry it off with a microfiber towel. And it's a little chilly, so I did go ahead and use a Wagner heat gun, heat it up just a little bit, and I just pressed it down for about 30 seconds. But we're going to go ahead and do the side sills, the little sill protectors for the door frames. I'm going to go ahead and put those in. And I'm going to check the battery for the RCF to see if that has the same type of mechanisms as the Corolla. I don't think it does, but I got to pay more attention. But one thing I did want to show you guys was the RCF is a little bit different than the Corolla. There's like these little felt pads here to protect the plate from touching the paint, so I'm not going to put the silicone thing on there, but there is direct contact right here. It is raised up a little bit, so the plate never really actually touches the paint, so it does protect the area. But I did put, and I will show you right now, some double-sided tape through the plate, just where the screw holes are going in right here. I just kind of made a crisscross section and stuck the bolt through, and then kind of just I guess adhered the double-sided tape to here, to the plate, just so when it connects to that little small portion of the license plate area for the RCF, it still won't touch. I'm just a stickler for details like that. But let me get to the door sills, and oh, another thing I wanted to show you guys. If I can show you more about that battery, I think I'm going to research it today. I'll let you know a little bit more. But also, yeah, I forgot, actually, there was another thing I did. I did do the spare tire modification. I still have the spare tire coming in. It is actually a GR Corolla Core Edition wheel. I was able to source that, so I'm real happy about that. But here's the jack. There's I guess the little lever thing, and then here's the wheel wrench. Something that I did buy, I didn't realize, is there's a tow hook right there. So originally when I saw this, I assumed the tow hook went there, so I went and bought a freaking $40 tow hook. I don't know what to do with it. I guess it's just another paperweight. But yeah, another thing, I also went ahead and changed out the wedge bulbs to LED. When you see right here, there's a slot. You can stick a pry tool in there, and then what you want to do is you want to just kind of push this forward like so. And then when you do that, when you push this forward, there's going to be a gap along this section right here. So then you stick another pry tool in there, or you can just use your fingernail and pull this down like that, and then stick the pry tool in there. And then once you get the pry tool past this section here, this just pops right out. So it's really easy. There's no need to use like a lot of force or anything actually. Supposedly those are the only two LED bulbs in the entire car. So anyways, we'll get to the door sills and I will show you the finished product. Alright guys, well I did do a little bit of research and I did already put back everything. One thing I did want to mention was I did put the all-weather floor mats in already. That tube that I was talking about, that one, I guess you can't see it right here. It was that tube that I pointed out earlier that ran to the outside of the car. That is actually a hydrogen gas vent tube. So apparently when the battery is charging, it produces hydrogen gas. But because it is inside the cargo of the car, you have to follow regulations, and it has to vent the hydrogen outside of the car. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen when you replace the battery, just because I highly doubt manufacturers for aftermarket batteries will give out this, hydrogen, what is it called, hydrogen release valve or whatever. I did put the license plate back on the Lexus, and I also installed the door sill protectors already. You can see it right there. It looks pretty cool. It gives it definitely that pop that I wanted. All of my cars have door sills, so it's not really that big of a deal. I did watch a video about someone talking about how it didn't fit the guides, the paper guides, when you cut them. It didn't fit. I did read a little bit more carefully, and it does say set printer to do not scale, so maybe he didn't do that. I don't know. Either way, I watched this video, and it was really helpful. If I can find the video, I will definitely link it below. But it's relatively simple. If you follow the directions, make sure you print the paper not to scale, but to normal, native, I think, scale, whatever that means. Just don't make it fit to paper. But something I did want to mention is that I learned this actually from my Subaru installations, is that if you just see, I think Toyota asks you to remove this whole entire adhesive, band, and then stick it on. But the problem is if it's not aligned, man, it could be tough to take off. You could lose adhesive as well. So what I did was I kind of undid both sides. That way you can kind of just lightly place one end, and then you can still kind of wiggle it around to line it up with the other end. And then once you press it down, you can actually pull these out, while this is actually still setting, like this. One other thing that I am going to do today is I'm going to actually remove some of these stickers. Probably remove the Student Driver Club and the Anti-Ricer Club. I think I may remove the J168 Vlogs ones and maybe move to the side. I'm not really 100% sure. I think this car, I'm going to make it a little bit more professional. Less stickers, kind of keep it low-key, clean. I might actually take off as much as possible in terms of advertising. I think this car, I think it'll pull off a better look, a better, stance, without any stickers. Just keep it clean and keep it simple. But yeah, definitely RCF. It's going to get some J168 stickers once I start breaking it in. Corolla, definitely going to get some J168 stickers. And the WRX, I have a collection. Let me show you guys what I got, actually. I got, all my other stickers, and, well, I can't go over there. Maybe I can shoot over here. I got a whole bunch of stickers on the back windshield. Probably can't show you. And, of course, I got the big STI sticker on the wing. This car is awesome. I really like it. It's probably going to be up for a while. That's my guess, because I've got all these other cars I'm pretty much going to be modding at the same time. So, I'm just going to get around to it. And, I enjoy this type of work, working on my cars. It's very tranquil, very meditative. It helps me to kind of release all the tension, because when I'm working on cars, my complete focus is on the car. I'm not thinking about anything else. So I'm going to finish up the very last door sill. I'm going to turn back on my heat gun. I'm going to remove the stickers on the GS. And then I'm probably going to inspect the PPF on these two cars. I haven't had a chance to do that. Okay guys, well, it is the next day. There's actually a realtor showing the house next door, so I did keep the garage doors closed while I'm kind of vlogging before I drive my cars today. I hope they buy it. It'd be nice to have some neighbors. But anyways, I did my research about the batteries in my GR Corolla and my RCF. These batteries in the Toyota and the Lexus, they can last up to 15 plus years. I was just kind of in disbelief because my Lexus battery for my GS, it only lasted like maybe 4 years before it went bad, but it turns out it's because I didn't maintain it and I let the battery sulfate. That's what it's called. And I didn't desulfate it. I didn't know what that was at the time. I really didn't care. I was just happy to have a car. Really didn't know too much about cars, to be honest. And it ended up, you know, the battery got thrown away. It was a perfectly good Panasonic battery that could have lasted 15 plus years. And I found out that they retail for almost $1,000 when they first are sold. And I think you can't even get them in the States. You have to go to Japan and get it, and I guess you could ship it over here or whatnot, but they're $1,000, and that is a very expensive battery. That costs more than the lithium batteries. But these Panasonic batteries, they are maintainable, meaning that you can fill them up with distilled water to maintain the charge of the, I guess, the lead plates in the battery, and you can also desulfate. I found that out later on using a better, I guess, quality battery maintainer, and I'm actually researching that right now. Another thing is the WRX, the GR Corolla. I thought it had a AGM sealed battery. It actually isn't AGM sealed. It is a flooded battery too, just like my RCF. But the RCF has that $1,000 Panasonic battery, and I think this one has pretty much $1,000, but it's a Yausa. I don't know how to say it. But anyways, it's actually an American brand. They kind of play it off as a Japanese brand, but I did some research and I found out that I think they make their batteries in Pennsylvania. As long as you maintain these batteries, the Lexus and the GR Corolla, those batteries can last a very long time. The WRX, I'm unsure of. I didn't get a chance to really look at it, but I know this Lexus came with the same exact Panasonic battery that I threw away. And man, at only 10 years, that battery still has at least a third of its life left. Unbelievable that I threw it away. But I'm so glad that I caught it before I, did it to these two cars. If you guys still have the original Lexus or Corolla, or Toyota batteries, check them. If they're the high quality ones, meaning that they have that little visual thing that shows the red dot and the blue circle that tells you the health of the battery, man, keep those batteries and continue watching my vlogs because I will show you the battery maintainer setup that I have that supposedly will help these batteries last those 15, 20 plus years, save you a lot of trouble, and honestly save you some money too, man. Being able to use the factory batteries for so long. I mean, that's basically a lifetime battery, for most people. And, this battery industry, of course, they're not going to tell you these things because they can't make money. But unfortunately, the Lexus, I'm using a Costco battery. I believe it's still maintainable, the Costco battery, so we'll see how long that one lasts. Maybe I can make it last 10, 11 years too, who knows. But at least I've got new batteries in all my cars, so they're able to be, including my Foreigner, my Daily, I'm gonna maintain all of them very, very well, make them last as long as possible. But anyways, today, I'm gonna take the cars out. I don't think I have time to take the RCF out. I think the WRX I'm going to drive as long as I can today. I'm going to take it for a nice long drive, fill it up with gas, because I'm probably going to be putting it up on jack stands so I can start working on that car. I'm going to take out the GR Corolla just for a little spin, put some miles on the engine and just enjoy the car. I mean, I've only driven it, I think, like once or twice. I can't even remember. And of course, Lexus, didn't drive it last week, so going to throw my puppies in there and take it out for a nice little drive too, and just enjoy this car. I love this car, absolutely. Oh, I wanted to show you guys that I did take off the stickers from the back windshield. The car just has a much cleaner, mature look that I was going for with this car. I may be taking it out for formal occasions, whatnot, and I got to make sure that when people see it, they're like, dang, this boy got a nice car, and I'm not some type of like flashy F-boy, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm not. I don't think I am, at least. I don't do burnouts and all that crazy stuff in my cars. But anyways, that's another story for another day. But I do enjoy my cars tremendously. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the garage door and put my dogs up, and we'll take it out for a drive. All right, guys, see you in a bit. Well, guys, it is an absolute beauty of a day today. Let's check out that sun. Oof, man, clear skies. Oh, man. I think this is why I love California so much. Anyways, just wanted to show you guys the Lexus. I mean, it is just absolutely beautiful. gorgeous. Gorgeous car. Especially when it's so nice outside and the car just got washed. I mean, check that out. Look at that. Oh, so good looking. Definitely the paint correction and PPF, after all these years of keeping the car, makes it worth it. Every little bit. I love the car. You know, I think this may be the end of the vlog, so if I get a chance, I will definitely do a little bit more on the GR Corolla, but I think I'm going to enjoy my day today and take my dogs out for a little bit, drive my cars, do a little editing, and maybe watch a little TV later. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.